thinking about art as a tool for social justice goes all the way back to my experiences as a teenager, when I first began to understand that my fascination with folk music really had to do as much with the politics not only of the time that I was living in, but the politics of American history. Labor songs, slave songs, songs of poor people, Woody Guthrie. I guess what I feel the strongest is that as I moved into political theater, and as I moved into writing for the screen and for writing fiction, that I found it a really graceful way to avoid preaching to people about things that I felt very strongly about. So my real effort at creating art in terms of writing fiction or screenplays or doing theater has to do with the notion that you present people with circumstances through your art. You present people with circumstances and let them think about what you have presented them. It's quite a difficult and challenging and, to me, enjoyable process to figure out how not to be preachy and didactic, but to tell the story and let the story and the characters and the ideas present themselves to the viewer, to the reader, and let them come to their conclusions. So I just feel as if it's a technique that I developed because I have been fortunate enough since I was a kid to be politically aware for a number of reasons, and the urgency of what I see going on in the world and have for a long time is best carried for me, not by getting up and making a speech and shaking my fist, but giving people a chance to think through my characters and my stories. Well, I've been interested in Cuba since the revolution because it was a revolution. I am a romantic, and I love the music from there. And my wife, who's a playwright, and I have a theater company, and just about the time that Cuba was going through a very difficult period, the Soviet Union had disbanded, and they no longer had the support of the Soviet Union. A very wealthy woman wrote a check to our theater company to do whatever we wanted with, and we said, let's go to Cuba. So we took a show with a 5-piece band, amazing music. I was a musician at that time too, and so we played with Cuban musicians every night till 4 o'clock in the morning after doing the shows. The most amazing thing to me about Cuba was that there were no advertisements. And it's like all of a sudden having some ambient noise shut off. And all of a sudden it's kind of quiet and peaceful because there's nobody telling you, buy this, buy that. The Diggers were a group of utopian anarchists in San Francisco that I was peripherally a part of because the theater company, the San Francisco Mime Troupe, many of the members of the Mime Troupe were the Diggers. It was all part of one incredible Haight-Ashbury scene. They put out free concerts. They had a free store where you would bring in things and take things away. It was all about exchange. People lived communally. People lived on no money whatsoever. We scavenged. So my relationship to the Diggers was to be living in these digger households, basically operating for free. The San Francisco Mime Troupe would do a free show in the park. Then we'd go around and hold out our hats and say, give us some, give us what you got. If you're an activist, you probably have things to say. My impression is that we're all very aware of social issues and the excitement of change, possibility of change, and we all talk about that very well. But oftentimes activists don't have the craft that they really need to make their points persuasive. So as much as I say study history, study, talk about what's going on, keep up to date with what's going on, I say develop your craft, because the better you know how to say something, the clearer it's going to be.
Put it there, boy. We'll show these fascists what a couple of hillbillies can do. Well, I'm going to tell you, fascists, you may be surprised. People in this world are getting organized. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose.